I showed up on your algorithm because I'm telling you, your steps are being ordered by God. My testimony is because I thought when I got the phone call saying that if you don't get down here in 30 minutes, you're going to have a bench warrant for your arrest by the end of the day. You need to get here now, Nathan. And of course, I didn't know any better. By the end of the day, my son was removed from my care. I was completely taken back. I had no idea what was going on, but God is so good. 8 years later, I'm walking down the road, the same judge that I met 10 years prior at another event. As I said, hey, nice to meet you. I voted for da-da-da-da. 10 years later, he's going through with me, asking me, how did it end up? How did it go? And I said, hey, this is what happened. He said, man, I'm sorry you had to go through this. And he kept talking to me. And right when we were about to leave, he said, can I pray for you? I'm trying to say, like what? Like, yes. And I haven't seen him again. So what you're going through, your steps are ordered by God. Now I got some notes here because I was like, hey, I got a lot to say, but I don't want to lose track because the last time I walked out of that courtroom, out of that courthouse, someone stopped us that was a lawyer in that courtroom and asked my partner and I, who helped you remove the record or the charge off your record? And we were like, well, we did it ourselves. I was like, mainly she did it. And he was like, wow, that's rare. That rarely happens. Like, congrats, like kudos. And I was gonna even keep it because it just brought up so many issues. I have PTSD from it. And I was just like, I just don't care because it's so much just issues and drama and pain. But God has your steps ordered like he had my steps ordered, which is why I wanted to tell this testimony that do not give up in what you're going through because there's a blessing not just for you, but everybody around you. See, that record also couldn't allow me to get into a new home because it kept coming up in a background check. Well, it forced me to reach out to my developer friend and he was like, well, I have a place that you could potentially stay while you get back on your feet. That was 6+ years ago. I'm still loving my home. That incident also kept my children's mom from weaponizing so many things against me. I gotta tell you the story. There was a time when I was on my way to the courthouse to fight a no contact order, and I wanted to see my kids that weekend. It was like a Thursday. Well, I get rear-ended. I get rear-ended about 30 minutes before my court case. Well, while I'm standing on the corner of the road, I get served with more paperwork that's stupid, ridiculous. And the beauty behind how God was ordering my steps, it gave me 3 beautiful blessings. One, it allowed us to have a third row vehicle for when my no contact order was removed 40 minutes later. I got to get all my kiddos. I got to go up north to go see my sister because she lives 3 hours away and we couldn't do it in our small sedan. The second thing it allowed us to have, which was really cool, Christmas. We didn't have no money. We did not have any money and we got a game console. That was our very first Xbox. And the last thing, at the time I was doing manual labor every Saturday for the thing that I got arrested for. And it turned out that I couldn't do the manual labor, so I had to do volunteer work. What did that do? That gave me my first client, consulting client of my agency. So when God is ordering your steps, it's not gonna be what you think it's going to be. And I don't know if you're anything like me, I'm like, God, I want control and I want what I want now. Like I don't have good patience. So I'm just keeping it real with you. But again, I gotta stick to my notes because there's a lot of things I'm gonna say that I don't need to say. Because the other thing that it did, there was multiple things. I don't want to get it twisted because times are tough. My child support, and I talked about in my other testimony, my child support was more than my rent. There's times where we had to go to the food pantry to get food for ourselves and for the kids. We were on food stamps. Both of us were on food stamps. There was a time where she used her whole entire check because I didn't have any money during one of the summer months, because summer was a really bad time for me. And she continued to step in and help. Well, her blessing out of that was she had her parents technically went through some stuff, and she was dragged through some stuff. And when she became an adult, because of my situation, she was able to access all her records. And those records she would never have known, and it filled in so many gaps and allowed her to close the chapter and bring closure to a lot of the things that she was going through, and brought healing. And of course, it's never over, it's never done. But the beautiful thing about that was she got in contact with some people, and it was just allowed, again, more healing to come to us at that moment, because even though we are not together anymore, we have been able to move on because God was ordering our steps. And the thing that we kept saying why we wanted to stay together is because we went through hell together during this time. But God will order your steps and allow things to happen that you would never imagine. And we got so much peace. There was things that my kids now, there was an issue that went down where my kids got took from their mom from CPS, and they went into the foster care system. Well, that foster care person that we still stay in contact, their family is still very much a part of our lives. They have blessed us in so many ways. When I say us, I'm talking about me, the kids, and they continue to pour into the kids' mom too. Like, it's just been a blessing all around. Again, like, I would have never ever wished this upon myself, but it has been also one of the best things I could ever ask for. And I'm saying this because if you have got to this point, you are going through something and you want to believe that you're not alone. You want to believe that this is not for just nothing. This is not in vain. I'm telling you, what you're going through, God is ordering your steps and also blessing the others around you as you are going through, not just for you. You're building the bridge for others too. Your blessing is on the other side, and so are the other people. So please don't stop. Keep going. Don't quit. God's got you, so you got this. And I wish you nothing but the best. So dream big. Godspeed. May you be blessed.